Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, Miss. My name is Victoria. I'm here. I want to explain my the last project. The title is Teaching Tolerance. And next is the table of contents. There are introduction, goals of teaching tolerance, methods and strategies, classroom activity, and the last conclusion. Introduction: Teaching tolerance describes educational enterprise aimed at the assisting pupils in the comprehending, embracing, and appreciating individual difference. It promotes respect for people of all race, religions, gender, culture, abilities, and viewpoints. The intention is to foster empathy, lessen discriminations, and build a society that is more peaceful and inclusive. And next, goals of teaching tolerance. There is promoting respect and understanding, reducing prejudice and discriminations, encouraging empathy and compassion. Promoting respect and understanding, teaching students to appreciate difference in culture, religion, and social background while building deeper mutual understanding. And number two, reducing prejudice and discriminations, helping students recognize and avoid both conclusions and unconclusions, prejudice and discriminatory attitudes. Encouraging empathy and compassion, encouraging students to put themselves in others' shoes, feel what others feel, and treat everyone with kindness and care. And next, method and strategy. There is storytelling and culture sharing, using personal story and culture experience to help students appreciate diversity and learn from different perspectives. Number two, role playing and empathy exercise. Engaging children in scenarios that require them to step into others' shoes and develop emotional understanding. Number three, group discussion and debates. Encouraging open dialogue on issues for fairness, bias, and inclusion to build critical thinking and respectful communication. Next, classroom activities. There is interactive game and simulation, watching short film and on diversity, art on creative expressions. Interactive game in simulation, activities that engage students in active learning about tolerance through hands-on, playful, and scenario-based experience. Number two, watching short film and diversity. Using visual media to spark discussion about race, culture, identity, and acceptance, and less art and creative expression, encouraging students to express their true and feeling about diversity and inclusion through drawing, painting, writing, or performance. And last is conclusion. Teaching tolerance from an early age is essential, shaping a generation that is open-minded, empathic, and capable of living peacefully with others through various methods such as interactive games, discussion, art, and collaborative projects. Students not only learn about difference but also experience the value of mutual respect and understanding by continuously instilling the values of tolerance in educational settings. We contribute to building a more just, inclusive, and harmonious society in the future. Part 2. Helping students handle anger, frustration, and aggression. The table of contents, there is introduction, understanding the emotion, warning sign and trigger, individual support approaches, and less conclusion. Introduction: Emotional support helps students manage their feelings so they can learn well and interact positively in the school environment. to provide understanding and strategies for teachers to help students cope with anger, frustration, and aggression effective. Next, understanding the emotion. Anger responds to hurt or unfairness. Anger, strong emotional response to feeling hurt, mistreated, or when something seems unfair. Example, a student may feel angry if they are blamed for something they didn't do. And two, frustration, feeling from blood goals. Frustrations, a feeling of tension or disappointment that occurs when a person's goals or effort are blocked or not progressing. Example, a child might feel frustrated when they cannot solve a difficult math problem despite trying hard. And less, aggression, harmful behavior toward others. Aggression behavior instead to harm or threaten others physically or emotionally. Example, yelling, hitting, or name calling are from aggressive behavior. And next is warning sign and trigger. Recognizing warning sign and trigger help teacher respond before emotion escalate. Behavioral indicator may include sudden outbursts, defense, violence, or physical aggression, while emotional indicator can appear as irritability, anxiety, or frequent mood changes. In the classroom, common triggers often include academic pressure, fear, conflict, feeling ignored or misunderstood, embarrassment, and unexpected change in routine. Being aware of these signs allows educators to intervene early and support students in managing their emotional more effectively. And next, individual support approaches. There is identifying student needs, collaborating with parent and counselor. Identifying student needs, teacher can identify student needs by observing behavior, understanding emotional trigger, and considering personal or academic challenge. Collaborating with parent and counselor, working closely with the parent and counselor ensures consistent support and help address emotional or behavioral issues more effectively. And last is conclusion. Conclusion is by understanding emotion, recognizing warning signs, and applying supportive strategies, teacher can create positive learning environment that helps students manage anger, frustration, and aggression in healthy and constructive way. Part 3. Destructive behavior. This is the table of contents. There is introduction, types of destructive behavior, cause of destructive behavior, impact of destructive behavior, and less conclusion. The introduction is destructive behavior is any unappreciated or unacceptable action that interferes with the expected norms, routine, or productivity of group or setting. In educational context, this includes behavior such as talking loudly, not paying attention, being defiant, or causing disturbance then distract others. Types of destructive behavior. Verbal disruptions. These include talking out of turn, making inappropriate comments, arguing teacher or peer, constant instructing, or using foul language while not physically harmful. These behaviors distract others and interrupt the flow of lesson or discussion. Ethical disruptions. These involve behavior that physically interfere with the classroom or setting. Examples include throwing objects, slamming doors, leaving seats without permission, or destroying property. This action can pose safety risks to others. And last is bullying and aggressions. This includes deliberate action to intimidate, harm, or belittle others either physically, verbally, or emotionally. Bullying disrupts not just the target, but the overall climate of the group or classroom, creating fear and insecurity. Cause of disruptive behavior. There is psychological and emotional factor, environmental influence, family and home life. The psychological and emotional factor, conditions such as ADHD, uh, anxiety, depression, trauma, or low self-esteem can lead to disruptive behavior. Children who struggle to regulate emotions may act out when they overwhelmed or misunderstood. Environmental influence: overcrowded classrooms, lack of structure, or noisy and chaotic environment can increase stress and confusion, especially for students who need routine and consistency. And last is family and home life. Family issues such as neglect, abuse, divorce, inconsistent discipline, or lack of parental involvement can negatively impact behavior. A child experiencing conflict or instability at home may express their stress through disruptive action. The impact of disruptive behavior on the learning environment: disruption reduces instructional time and interrupts the flow of teaching. A, a chaotic or noisy environment can make it difficult for all students to concentrate, engage, and perform at their best. And teacher and educator dealing with the constant disruption can lead to distress, burnout, and frustration. It is also take time away from lesson delivery, classroom planning, and relationship building with students. And less is on other students. Peers may feel unsafe, anxious, or annoying due to frequent outbursts or distractions. Their learning progress can be negatively affected when teachers must constantly dedicate attention to behavior management. And last is conclusion. Disruptive behavior refers to action that interfere with the learning process, such as constant talking, defiance, or aggressions. It can be caused by emotional factors, environment, family issues, or peer pressure. This behavior affects teacher, other students, and the individual themselves. Prevention and proper interventions are important to create a safe and positive learning environment. And next is Q&A. From problem 1, Mr. John is a fifth-grade teacher who has been teaching for over 10 years. This year, she has a student named Alex who frequently displays aggressive behavior. Alex often interrupts, listens, talks back to the teacher, and sometimes even becomes physically aggressive toward his classmates. Mr. Jones has tried various strategies to manage Alex's behavior, such as setting clear rules and consequence, positive reinforcement for good behavior, and speaking with Alex privately to understand the root of his aggressions. However, despite her effort, Alex's behavior has not improved significantly. The question: what classroom management technique can Mr. John implement to address Alex's aggressive behavior? Provide at least three specific strategies, and one could help improve the situation. Mr. John can help manage aggressive behavior by implementing a behavior intervention plan, collaborating with the special through a functional behavior assessment, and teaching social emotional skills to support his emotional regulation. And next, from problem 2, Mr. Smith is 7th grade math teacher who has noticed that several students in his class frequently engage in off-task behavior during lessons. The students often daydream, chat with the classmates, or use their phone instead of focus on their work. Despite Mr. Smith's attempt to redirect their attention and provide engaging activity, the problem persists. This off-task behavior is disrupting the learning environment and affecting the overall performance of the class. Question: what strategies can Mr. Smith use to increase on-task behavior and decrease off-task behavior? Provide at least three specific strategies and explain how each one could help address issues. The answer: Mr. Smith can reduce off-task behavior by moving around the classroom to monitor students and using interactive activity to keep them engaged and setting clear rules with consistent consequence. And the last is problem 3. Miss Brown is a great English teacher who is facing challenge with a student named Jack. She frequently exhibits disruptive behavior in class, just such as talking out of turn, making inappropriate comments, and distracting other students. Despite Miss Brown's attempt to manage the behavior through verbal warnings and the setting checks, Jack's behavior has not improved. This destructive behavior is affecting the learning environment and making it difficult for other students to concentrate on their work. And the question is, what specific strategies can Ms. Brown implement to manage Jack's disruptive behavior? Provide at least three strategies and explain how each one could help address the issues. The answer: Ms. Brown can manage Jack's disruptive behavior by creating a behavior contract, using positive reinforcement, and collaborating with his parents and school staff to provide consistent support and guidance. And the last, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.